There was a bit of a difference between 23 and 24 when it comes to equity and a couple other factors, and they all are related. So this first one is the amount of equity that we computed in the dealer's entire database. So all the sold customers and all the service customers. And in 2023, we saw roughly $9,300 on average of equity in the dealer's database. And keep in mind, this is sales and service customers, people who bought cars before. And then in 2024, we saw about a $600 drop. So now it's about $8,700 is the amount of average equity that exists in a dealer's database. Some other interesting things to note that goes along with this is that we saw a significant increase in the number of vehicles that are now paid off, which also, as vehicles are aging, makes a lot of sense. So we went from the low 40% of the database having a paid off vehicle to almost half. Call it 48% is really what it is. So almost half. And out of nearly 20,000 people in the average dealer's database, nearly half of that has a paid off vehicle. Right? That's a big one. The person who pays off a trade is typically getting rid of that car 27 to 36 months after they pay it off. And that is key. Half the database has a paid off car, and 27 to 36 months after they pay it off, they're trading these things in. A big number of them are. So are you staying in front of these people? You know, this is what we do. It's one of the many things that we do at FRIKINtech, is we keep customers' equity in front of them, because the idea that I can do something with my equity might pop in my head one day. You never know when it's going to strike somebody. I too had two paid off cars and fell right into that spectrum as well. After they were paid for, it was 2 to 3 years. I got rid of one, and the other one I actually kept for about 4 years. But look, you know, it's just, we saw what the market was doing, and it wasn't that I needed to get rid of any of those cars. I kind of wanted something else and had a bunch of equity, and the idea was floating around, and found something and did something. You know, and I think I am not an exception to the rule, and the data shows us that we are not exceptions to this rule. So stay on top of your database, and we can help.